The hell is that thing? And a ham? Oh, it's angry Norwegians anchovies. It's the anchovies that were worth like $45 billion that Mom apparently, like, absolutely needed. And soybean oil, gross. I mean, I don't like soybean to begin with. Like, soybean's gross. Don't care how allegedly healthy it is. Also, at the end of this cave, I definitely need to transfer the files I've saved recently into the hard drive, because the hard drive is pretty full. Oh, good. A fiery dude? Why? Boulder. They can drop a boulder with relative ease. Really? That's the boulder of freaking ill dispute, apparently. What the fuck was that? Also, yeah, while I said I'm not going to specifically go out of my way to, like, run around the overworld to find treasures on files that I'm going to save state, I've got no, like, there's nothing off the table for a cave. Caves do not pull their punches. So neither shall I. Don't suppose I could, actually. Oh, did he actually go back to bed? No, he did not! I saw this little... I saw this pile of fire just standing still, and then suddenly it started to move, and then it moved, and then, my god, it picked up speed. Screw you too, game. No! What? Oh. Oh, because he moved it far enough away from his bed. No! I'm gonna punch you to death. Oh god, they can get up real quick after a failed attempt to bite. Get in the hole. The Fireball Blacks is a virgin. It doesn't know how to approach holes. I say knowing full well that I too am one, and I could care less than not at all. Oh, bitter spray. Like, yes, I am one, and I could care absolutely less than not at all. Or couldn't care less than not at all. Whatever, you get what I'm trying to say. I don't give a shit. A lot of people poke fun like it's like this big, important, like, task you need to care about. It's like, I could care less. Well, wouldn't you want to have a child someday? And maybe someday. Not something I'm going to be planning for now. Dr. Pepper. Best soda. It's not exactly something I'm going to be preparing or planning for now. Really? Okay. Damn you, Louie! You hoppity fuck. It's not exactly something I want to plan for now. If it happens in my life, sure. If it doesn't, oh well. Well, aren't you concerned that your progeny line will be done with you, and like your bloodline will be done? It's like, eh. It's not necessarily something I care for. Like, not necessarily something I need to worry about. Oh yeah, segmented Crawbster. Not exactly something I need to worry about. Thousands of lines get, wiped out a day, so it's not really something I need to worry about. What about your legacy? What legacy? I'm not some great, like, knight. I'm not some great, like, I don't have a great story attached to my name. I'm just some dude that exists. And I guess my primary reason for never wanting to do something like that is, one, I would have to date somebody and then marry them and all this other stuff. And while I'm not opposed to that, I wouldn't be against, like, I legitimately wouldn't be against having a child eventually in my life. But it's just the fact that, like, this is going to sound really stupid when I say this. Home ec and taking care, like, I've mentioned before that I'm asexual, which means that I physically do not care. I do not have a desire one way or another. Like, I don't care. But let's say, let's say stereotypically, I want to marry, I go to marry a woman one day. I have learned that schools, now that we're in this whole, air of not wanting to offend anybody, we're in the day and age where, like, again, stereotypically, if I want to marry a woman, like, I don't really know one way or another. But, let's say, I want to. Women in schools and all that, girls or whatever, are publicly excused from home ec classes now. Or, like, home ed and, I hate to say it, but, like, properly being, like, a companion classes. You're a big boy. Properly being, like, a husband or a wife classes. They're excused from those classes now. And that bothers me. Not because, women should be in home ec classes and women have to know how to cook and clean. No, not that. I could care less. I like cooking. Are you set to go in the middle now? I like cooking food. Like, hell, I'll be the one that cooks dinner. I don't care. But the big comment I'm making is the fact that people are allowed to be excused from, like, home ec and, like, proper classes and all this stuff now. If I get married, I want to get married to a companion that knows how to take care of themselves. I want someone that, you know, if they're around, or if I'm not around, they'll be able to take care of themselves, and, like, I don't have to be with them every 14 nanoseconds, or they're going to starve to death because they don't know how to, you know, boil water for pasta. Like, that's primarily my issue. No! That's primarily what my issue with it nowadays, is because people, like, home ec classes, heck, I've learned there's a lot of schools that don't even offer home ec classes anymore. Dumbass. I want, you know, I want a companion. I want a relationship. I want, you know, two halves of a partnership. I don't want an adult child that I will have to basically take care of. That's not something I want. I don't want a companion that, you know, doesn't know how to cook, doesn't know how to clean, doesn't know how to take care of themselves. If I leave them alone for 5 seconds, they're gonna die. I don't want that. And the fact that we're going into a day and age now where, like, not just women, but anybody in general are, like, that's an optional class nowadays. That bothers me. Because the amount of useless people that are being produced now, like, the amount of people I know who don't know how to make a bowl of ramen. The whole, where you boil it in a pot and then add, you know, you boil water in a pot, add the brick of noodles, cook it for a few minutes, chuck in your seasoning, turn off the heat, throw it in your bowl, and you're done. The amount of people who don't do that and instead put the brick in a bowl with some water and microwave it is disgusting to me. Because, you know, say you're married to someone and you have to go out of town for some inexplicable reason for a week. You don't want to come back and find them dead or find your account $500 short because they had to order takeout every single meal because they didn't know how to boil a pot of water. I don't know. That stuff bothers me. And the fact that that is just the way we're going as a species, I could care less. I have enough stuff to do on a day-to-day basis. I don't want to take care of another human being. Spend my time with another human? Sure. I'll spend my time with another human. I don't care. I'm not taking care of another child. Not another child, just I'm not taking care of a child. At that point, right, if I'm having to take care of someone who's essentially a child, I'll just adopt a kid. Because then I can, you know, shape them into being an actual successful person instead of this useless lump. I don't know. That's my opinion. Well done taking down such a strong creature in an arena like this. This is how you normally fight it. Perhaps I underestimated the abilities of you too. Sam seems useful. And yeah, I understand that comment paints me in a weird light. I don't really care. You can twist it however you want. Oh, misogyny, he kept referring to women. I don't give a shit. You want to do that, go for it. I would like a companion that, you know, I don't have to take care of. Help them, you know, yeah, sure. If I'm, you know, hey, person, you're hungry? Yeah, sure, I'll make something to eat. I'll make something for us to eat. Sure, I'll make dinner. I don't mind that. But it's like, oh, it's 3:15. I better make them their, you know, make them their bottle. It's like, no, I don't care for that type of stuff. I sleep in. I don't want the other. I want to know that the other person's going to be able to, you know, make themselves breakfast instead of just sitting there and starving the entire day if I decide to sleep in. Right. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Call me old school. Summoning a noisemaker. Interesting. This, yeah, combined with your... Okay, yeah. With the ability to uproot Pikmin from the ground. You know, if we just kept our suits from before, we wouldn't have to find this thing twice. The pluck megaphone. Yeah, I know, but I got a megaphone, though. I think it's no, he's got a megaphone, though? I don't know. Well, okay, yeah. I don't know. Call me old school. I believe a relationship it should be two people taking care of each other, not one person having to take care of the other. Because what the hell kind of relationship is you dating someone or marrying someone who can't cook, can't clean, can't take care of themselves, can't bathe themselves, don't have a job, don't even know how to turn the TV on, can't push a broom, don't even know how to work a microwave? Like, what kind of companionship should that be? A relationship should be, you know, you picking up the slack for each other. Oh, you're not feeling good? Okay, here, I'll make dinner. Oh, you're not, you're not doing the greatest? Oh, here, you take it easy. This way, nothing goes to hell. Because you think of it the other way, right? If you're dating someone who, like, you don't know how to clean, you don't know how to cook or anything like that, and they get sick, what, are you just supposed to sit there and, like, tap your foot and, go hungry while the other person's sick? Do you act like an asshole and demand that they cook right this second? I don't know. I believe members of a relationship should have stuff that they're bringing to the table. Think of a relationship like like a picnic, community luncheon thing that everybody brings something to. If only one person's bringing everything to the potluck, it kind of sucks. My god, could you be any louder? Well, you know what that means? Let's get out of this dump and go back to Hocotate. This is Hocotate. This is where, at least the place they used for it before. Louis, you alright? You seem kind of fidgety. I love the shittiness of this cutscene. I love how terrible that is. I have more to say on my comment there in a quick second, but I'll have to wait till it's not so loud. Kerbal Space Program. Okay. Actually, no, I guess I can finish what I was saying. I gotta remember what I was trying to say, though. Because I understand that not everybody has every skill. There's some people who just don't like cooking. Okay. The explosion pipes, the one that appeared. What flooded fields textures? But I understand that not everybody can have every skill. I do get that, not everybody can cook. Not everybody's comfortable with fire. Not everybody, likes touching gross things or whatever. So, cleaning and dusting and all that's tough for them. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to sit there and say, like, oh, just suck it up and do whatever. But in some cases, you really should, step out of your comfort zone and bring something to the table. If it's not too hard for you to learn how to cook food. Pick up a cookbook. What the hell is this? Pick up a cookbook. Read the hell. Food has instructions on the back of them. It's just a case of, you know, it's a team. A relationship's a team. It's not a one-sided workforce. Okay. I don't give a shit about those credits. Kind of know this song, but I don't know. At least that's the way I think of it. There's some relationships where that just doesn't work out, and you know, who am I to judge it? You know what? I'm gonna end this recording. This one's gonna be a little short, and then start the next set in this one, like as soon as this is done. So.